The Father's love, the order of his heart. I was pondering Paul's words again, to the Jew first, and also to the Greek. At first it just sounds like history, like a sequence. But as I lingered, I began to feel something far more tender behind the order. I began to feel the heartbeat of a father who is building a table long enough for the whole world to sit at. But he starts by handing the first plate to his eldest child. Not because he loves the eldest more, but because someone had to go first. Someone had to learn the way, receive the promise, carry the story. Israel was that eldest son, a chosen people, not for superiority, but for stewardship. They were given the oracles of God, the covenants, the temple, the prophets, the hope, the line through which the Messiah would come. God said to Abraham, "Through you, all the families of the earth will be blessed." And so he lit the first flame, not to burn in isolation, but to spread light to the nations. But here's what undid me. Even when the eldest son didn't receive the fullness, the father never stopped preparing the feast. Even when many rejected the invitation, he still opened the door and called out to the highways and hedges to bring in anyone hungry, because the gospel was never just for one. It was always for all. Yes, the order was Jew first, but the purpose was love. Love that reaches across cultures, across failures, across time. And I thought of Jesus, how he told the Canaanite mother, "I was sent only to the lost sheep of Israel." How he called healing the children's bread. But even then, he could not resist a heart of faith. He marveled at her hunger. He fed her crumbs that became miracles, because faith always moves the heart of God. Then I remembered the Samaritan woman, an outsider, avoided by Jews, discarded by her own people. Yet Jesus waited for her by the well. He asked her for a drink. But in truth, he came to give her living water. And in her thirst, her village drank deeply. Jesus honored the covenant, yes, but he couldn't help letting his love spill over. He loved the eldest, but he longed for all. It reminds me of the parable Jesus once told, of a father with two sons. One stayed home, the elder. He had the history, the law, the inheritance. But when the younger returned, broken and dirty, the father ran. The elder grew angry. He thought the feast meant less love for him. But the father said, "All that I have is yours. But your brother was dead and is alive again." It wasn't a competition, it was a celebration. That parable was never just about two brothers. It was about Israel and the nations. About me, about you. It was about a father who never stops looking down the road, hoping his children, all his children, will come in and eat. So yes, Paul says to the Jew first, because that's where the promise began. But now the door is wide open. Now the table is set for anyone who will come hungry. It is not about race. It's not about heritage. It's about faith. The same God who prepared the bread for Israel now prepares it for the nations. And he's not handing out crumbs anymore. He's offering a feast. So I see now, he didn't choose Israel to elevate them above. He chose them to begin. He lit the first candle in the dark, and through them, the light of the world came. And now, anyone who believes can walk in that light. Even me, even you.